Dr. Zappert, Lorraine Zappert, from Stanford University, and from the director of their sexual harassment policy, is now going to help me fill in what she does when she becomes an expert witness.
I serve in two roles at Stanford, two principal roles at Stanford. One is as a clinical professor in the medical school in the area of women's health and neuroscience, and then as the director of sexual harassment policy office. And I've been there in that office since its inception, so 13, 14 years ago. So we get a lot of interesting cases. We've dealt with a lot of different issues over the years. And so what I thought I would do was talk a little bit about where sexual harassment shows up, how it shows up, and how people respond. And so I will start this one. Okay. Start by asking you a question. Where does sexual harassment show up in work organizations these days? Where do you think it comes? Is it the usual quid pro quo, let's go to the Holiday Inn and negotiate your raise? Is that how it shows up? Or have people gotten a little bit more sophisticated these days? Email, perfect. Okay, there is.
It sounds so counterintuitive, but it's just that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, these are some of the things. I'm not going to talk about all of them because we have a fairly short time span, but some of the hints are up there. But let me start with consensual relations, because that really leads off from where we left off in this discussion. And the issue of how consensual is consensual relationships, how often our relationships start out one way and remembered differently when it comes time to raise a claim. And what is the difference between consent and unwanted? I mean, there are many times where you will have, and I see this a lot, where people will consent to go along with a particular situation, but it is truly unwanted.